Oh my god, Dave, is that you? I almost didn't recognize you. How are you doing? Oh, hello Harry. I'm doing well. Just out for my daily walk. How about you? I'm well too. It's been too long. Retirement suits you. I'm just enjoying the fresh air, trying to stay active. Same here. Retirement has its perks. More time to spend with the grandkids, and less stress from work. Speaking of grandkids, how are yours doing? I remember you mentioned them the last time we met. They're doing great. My eldest grandson just started high school. It's amazing how time flies. High school already? Seems like just yesterday we were talking about his first day of kindergarten. I know, right? And how about your grandchildren? How are they? They're a handful, but in the best way. My granddaughter just started playing soccer. I'm planning to catch one of her games soon. That's wonderful. It's so important to support them in their activities. I remember coaching my son's little age team. Good times. I remember those days too. We spent so much time on the field. Those were some of the best memories. Absolutely. We didn't realize it back then, but those moments were so precious. We were always so busy with work and other responsibilities. That's true. Now, with all this free time, I find myself reminiscing about the past quite often. Do you miss the old days? Sometimes I do, but I'm also grateful for the present. Watching my grandkids grow up is a new kind of joy. I couldn't agree more. It's like getting a second chance to experience childhood through them. Exactly. Plus, we can spoil them a little and then send them back to their parents. Best of both worlds. That's the beauty of being a grandparent. No responsibilities, just fun. Do you see them often? As often as I can. We have a weekly family dinner at my daughter's place. It's a tradition now. That sounds lovely. We try to have family gatherings too, but it's a bit challenging with everyone's schedules. I hear you. Coordinating can be tough, but it's worth it. Those family moments are invaluable. Speaking of family, do you ever think about our old neighborhood? So much has changed since we were kids. All the time. I drove by there a few months ago. It's almost unrecognizable now. Really? I haven't been back in years. I guess change is inevitable, but it's a bit sad. Yes, it is. But change is part of life. Remember how to play in the streets until dusk? Of course I do. We had so much freedom back then. No worries, just pure fun. Indeed. And those summer nights were the best. I sometimes wish our grandkids could experience that simplicity. Times are different now. Kids today have so many distractions with technology and all. It's a different kind of childhood. True, but there are still ways to create memorable experiences for them. I take mine fishing sometimes, just like my dad did with me. That's a great idea. I should plan something like that. Maybe a camping trip. It would be nice to get them away from screens for a while. Definitely. Nature has a way of bringing people together and creating lasting memories. Speaking of memories, do you remember our high school days? Those were some wild times. How could I forget? We were quite the troublemakers back then. Remember that prank we pulled on Mr. Thompson? Oh yes. He was so mad, but looking back, it was hilarious. Those were the days of youthful mischief. We were invincible back then, or at least we thought we were. It's funny how perspective changes with age. Indeed. Back then, we couldn't wait to grow up. Now, I'd give anything to relive some of those moments. Me too, my friend. But we made it through, and now we have a wealth of stories to share with our grandkids. That's a good point. Sometimes I get so caught up in the present, I forget to look back and see how far we've come. Reflection is important. Speaking of which, do you ever catch up with any of our old friends? Occasionally. I ran into Mike a few months ago. He's doing well, enjoying retirement like us. That's great to hear. I haven't seen Mike in ages. We should plan a small reunion or something. That's a fantastic idea. It would be nice to reconnect and relive the old times. Agreed. I'll reach out to a few people and see if we can organize something. Maybe a picnic here, in the park. This park has always been a special place. So many memories tied to it. Yes, it does. I will call you, and we'll organize this reunion together. Great! I'll wait for your call. Let's do that. Goodbye. Goodbye.